I've been in Great Smoky Mountains National Park for less than an hour when I'm mistaken for a woodland fairy. Even though I'm here to witness the ethereal phenomenon of synchronous fireflies, a species famed for its ability to flash in unison, the association is surprising, since I'm feeling more like a haggard dweller of the modern world than an enchanted being of old world mythology. In fact, when I hear a stranger calling out from across the forest glen I'm wandering, it takes me a second to realize that she's addressing me. She waves me over and asks again, "Are you a magical creature?" The woman gestures toward the 2 young children with her and says, "We saw you walk down to the river and then you disappeared. I told the girls you must be magical. This whole place is magical. Reminds me of Narnia or something." It does feel like we've traveled through a portal to another realm. The woman is sitting on a porch stoop, but there's no porch. And there's a chimney nearby, but no house. To reach the Elkmont area trailhead, we, along with hundreds of other visitors, here to witness the Synchronous Fireflies Light Show, which generally occurs in a 2-week period around early June, had to walk through an avenue of mountain cabins, abandoned after the park was formed. Remnants of the former human settlement, some of which has been lost to the elements, are visible everywhere, scattered among river-rounded stones and beds of fern. In 2021, Tufts University released the first ever comprehensive study of firefly tourism. They found that globally, 1 million people travel to witness firefly-related phenomena every year. Given that the synchronous fireflies of Elkmont are some of the most famous fireflies in the world, and that I live in southern Appalachia, their home region, coming across the study during a pandemic lockdown made me think it was past time for me to see these brilliant creatures. The Firefly event in Great Smoky Mountains National Park, which straddles this section of Tennessee and North Carolina, draws visitors from across the continent. Years ago, the National Park Service instituted a lottery for people to secure passes, since the species' growing popularity raised concerns about conservation. I explained to the woman that I dipped down to the river for a brief respite from the crowd. She empathizes. Even with attendance limitations, the annual gathering isn't a small one. I'm here, hoping to glimpse fireflies' bioluminescence, or living light, partly because I've been spending too much time basking in the illumination of screens. I've fallen under the influence of phones, computers, and tablets. For several seasons now, I've been beating myself against screens like a moth against a light bulb, seeking entertainment that might numb me, news that might serve to comfort me. In a time of global confusion, I've been trying to find answers that do not exist. The process has only served to disrupt my animal instincts, and the influence of artificial light in my life isn't limited to electronics. According to Dark Sky International, 99% of people in the United States live under the influence of sky glow, diffuse artificial brightening of the night sky, with the loss of unfettered access to the blinking sun and moon patterns with which we evolved. Internationally, light pollution is increasing at exponential rates with no signs of slowing. It's as if we, as a species, have grown afraid of the dark. Tonight, I'm hoping to break the spell that artificial lights have cast. Along the trail designated for firefly viewing, people have been setting up folding chairs as if they're waiting for a parade. They're a diverse bunch. Despite the awkwardness of talking to strangers in the dark, I learned that there are 9-month-olds and 90-year-olds among them. Some of them have been to the firefly viewing several times. Some from the West Coast are awaiting the first firefly sighting of their lives. They've come alone. They've come with their families. They've come because this event is something they've always wanted to attend, and due to the state of the world, they've stopped taking next year for granted. Firefly habitat is so specific, so mercurial, that it's possible to see a great show from one section of the trail while another remains relatively dark. No one, not even rangers, can predict the best seats for the evening, so people mill around until they find a spot that feels right to them. Finally, dusk comes. When the first synchronous fireflies appear, sporadically flashing, they don't seem to my untrained eye to be much different from common species that illuminate backyards across the country.